Hey, this is Peter Hodson with Seymour Duncan. We're here at NAMM 2015, and we've got Dave Mustaine here. Dave, you've been a Seymour Duncan guy for a long time. What drew you to Seymour Duncan pickups?
Well, initially it was Jeff Beck. It was the JBJ pickups, and when I got my very first guitar that I was playing, it was a piece of junk, and I gradually worked up to getting a real guitar. I got a Jackson King B, and I told them that I wanted a Jeff Beck pickup in the bridge position, and I wanted a Bill Lawrence pickup in the neck position, not for the pickup at all, but because it had the blades across it, because I wanted more frets. And then when Jackson made the Dave Mustaine model 24 fret neck, I didn't need the Bill Lawrences anymore, and I couldn't throw them out fast enough. No offense to Bill Lawrence or his pickups, because they were good, they are good, and I respect his company, but Seymour Duncan, I have been ever since I first heard him, I have been a lifelong supporter. I love Seymour, I love the company, and you know, when they took the Jeff Beck pickup and they modified it for me, and I'll tell you, there's very few things in the world that make you feel like you've arrived. That made me feel amazing.
And you are using these pickups in, of course, your Dean guitars. I saw a new one up there before which has one pickup. Can you tell me about that?
Well, there's a lot of different configurations that Dean is doing of new guitars right now. We've got double necks, we've got single necks, we've got guitars that have sound holes in them that I used at the Symphony Interrupted concert with the San Diego Symphony. We have single pickup, double pickups. I was talking to them about triple pickups. I have the VMNT, I have the Zero, which is, you know, a lot of people think I'm copying James. I played an Ibanez Destroyer when I auditioned for Metallica, and there's pictures of me with that guitar while James was just singing. I was first. So the Zero is my guitar. And I love playing guitar. It's one of the things that I was meant to do.
Yeah. Well, that's something I've always found amazing about your style, is that you kind of created a style of metal playing that no one quite did before. How did you pull up all that together?
Well, it's kind of like having someone slam your hand in the door of a car. You can either sit there and do nothing and accept the pain, or you can open the door and go after and kick that guy's ass. And that's basically what motivated me to play guitar. There was a lot of things in my life I didn't like. You know, I was getting picked on as a kid, and I was able to express myself through the guitar because, you know, when you're 13 and you're a strawberry blonde and you're skinny and you're freckle-faced and you're going to a school where everybody's surfers and stuff like that, you get picked on. You get picked on long enough, you either, you know, start doing something that's going to help you defend yourself, which is when I started martial art, or you do something that helps you raise your value to people around you, which for me, I'd gone to a bunch of keg parties, you know, keggers and beer and shit, and there was people playing there, and I was like, wow, everybody loves these guys because he's got a guitar. And that's when I started playing. I was 13 then.
Now, tell me what you've got working, what you're working on with Dean at the moment.
Well, Dean right now has several new paint styles that are coming out that to me are, you know, it's basically the shape and the playing ability of the guitar. The paint doesn't matter. That's a preference for the player. So we're trying to give them as many different varieties and looks as possible. But I think the most important thing is going to be coming out later after NAMM is the Holy Grail. It's a guitar we just did, which Mitch Lampanelli, which is the guy whose grandfather was the subject of the movie Monuments Men. Right? The guy that painted all those masterpieces, fake masterpieces, to dupe the Nazis. Lampanelli. His son, who does this thing with Ray Fosse, you know, that thing where they modify cars and make them all hot race cars. He's doing this, so it's a bright fluorescent red color with 24 karat gold flake all over it. Dean is over the moon about it, and the people that are the distributors have ordered so many of these. I don't know that they're going to be able to fill the orders.
Yeah, and of course they're going to have the gold-covered versions of your pickups.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That's part of the reason why I wanted them to do the gold ones. We're also experimenting with some different looks. You know, I've looked at some of the ones that were flamed, that they burned the top of the pickups. There's also a couple other things that are in development right now that are top secret, so I can't really talk about it. But, you know, my relationship with Seymour Duncan is as strong as any of my endorsements.
Yeah, so we've got the nickel, we've got the black nickel here, and the gold.
Right, and whatever else is coming down the pipeline, it's up to Seymour Duncan to reveal that. But, you know, for as far as I'm concerned, you know, I can't give as much as I want to, because I want to give everything that I possibly can to this company. but I don't know how to make pickups, you know. I know how to play them. I know what they sound like when they sound good, but, you know, it's, as far as like the technology, I don't think anybody else even comes close to Seymour stuff, because with the really high output stuff, you have all kinds of problems with microphonic noise. You have all kinds of problems with wiring and impedance and stuff like that. And a lot of people, when they have these pickups, they just crank them up, and you miss so much if you don't pay attention. One of the things that we looked at was all the frequencies and all the sounds and stuff. Did a lot of R&D on this pickup. So for me, if I didn't know who I was and I didn't care who I was, I'd still buy those pickups.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much for your time, Dave. It's been great to have you
You're
here.
welcome.